Welcome librarians and librarian staff. Thank you for having me. My name is Erica Special and I am here on behalf of the Elder Empowerment Society. I'm here to teach you all about the information behavior of older adults and how they can benefit from your library. Here's why. Older adults typically have a harder time seeking out and using information on their own, especially in comparison to their younger counterparts. Older adults tend to accidentally discover a lot of misinformation, whether it be from technology, such as the internet, or from people they already know and trust. Being that their friends are not always professionals, it is common for the information shared to not be 100% accurate every time. But why is all of this important? The older adult population is growing rapidly every year. According to the United States Census Bureau, by the year 2034, adults over the age of 65 will outnumber children under 18 for the first time in U.S. history and will continue to increase. So, as a library and with the Elder Empowerment Society, what can we do? Together we could provide a safe space for older adults to congregate and feel welcomed to learn new information. With the Elder Empowerment Society, we have done the research on older adults' information behavior and why they have certain habits. We have found Elfreda A. Chapman's theory of life in the round to be very helpful. Chapman believed information behavior to be complex and socially constructed within small communities. Her theory proposes that people within small circles rely heavily on internal and trusted sources of information. They will not seek information from outsiders unless there is a collective need to do so. This theory applies to older adults, especially those living in isolated environments or group homes. When seeking out information, older adults are more likely to ask someone in their immediate circle rather than an outside source. This can be seen in the 2013 study examining health information seeking behaviors of older adults conducted by Chowdhury, Lee, and others. In their study, members of a retirement home seeking medical advice were more likely to ask family members or on-staff nurses for information as opposed to doctors or technology. This is because the older adults were more familiar and comfortable with those select individuals rather than anyone else. In order to break away from this stigma, older adults need some kind of outlet. At the Elder Empowerment Society, we believe the library is that place. The more often older adults attend the library, the more comfortable they will become and have more opportunities to get familiar with the staff. Libraries also could help by providing programs which cater specifically to older adults. For example, many older adults struggle when it comes to technology. A study was conducted in 2021 by Colismo and Baida called Diaries of Lifelong Learners: Information-Seeking Behaviors of Older Adults in Peer Learning Groups at an Academic Institution. According to this study, older adults experience difficulties differentiating correct from incorrect information while using the internet. Many struggle with using and finding their way around a computer or smartphone as well. Within the study, the participants were asked to research a topic of choice using the internet. As a result, those of which who enjoyed the research process had asked for more assistance, while those that disliked it preferred to work alone and discovered more misinformation within their final results. This proves that with the right guidance, older adults can be successful internet users. That is, when your library steps in. As a library, you can provide classes and/or programs for older adults, teaching them about safe internet literacy. There could also be a program to teach older adults about different technological devices and how to use them. Something as simple as having a member on staff readily available to guide patrons through their technological needs is extremely beneficial. A great example is from Eastern Oklahoma's adult literacy programs. They are run by their library system and offered in various libraries throughout their area as well as online. Another challenge older adults face within their social lives. As we all grow older, it tends to become more and more difficult to keep up with friends and family. This is especially true for older adults that are living on their own. Because of this issue, the Elder Empowerment Society believes libraries should provide a group social meetup for older adults. A study by Lee, Kui, and others called Older Adults' E-Health Literacy and the Role Libraries Can Play discusses the importance of face-to-face interactions for seniors. They depend heavily on social interactions to the extent of it having an effect on their mental and physical health. This is why it is so important that we implement these meetups in the library. The Waukesha Public Library, located in Wisconsin, has a program called the Senior Social Hour. Every week, the Waukesha Public Library holds an activity for the older adults in their area. For example, on July 10th of this year, they had an Introduction to Birding course. There is also the Patrick Beaver Memorial Library, located in North Carolina. They have a program called Senior Bingo and Brain Games, held twice a month, where they encourage older adults to exercise their mind and meet others in the community. Something else your library can offer for your older adults are basic community resources. This is greatly beneficial for older adults who are unable to find this information on their own. The library can help them get in touch with the correct sources they need, whether it be for health, finances, or housing. Librarians can locate the right people for the job. Same goes for having a social worker on staff. They can work either part-time or full-time at your library, because having a social worker available is a great way to extend a helping hand to those that may need it. In conclusion, we, the Elder Empowerment Society, find the library to be the perfect resource of information to benefit our older adults, especially within your own communities. Thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of your day.